Hey, what's going on, guys? Hey, I want to do a part 2 to the video previous to this one. Okay, what I wanted to show you is that what you can actually do is once you program the beliefs, here's what happens. This area right here is the area that's actually connected to the spiritual realm or the universe. Believe it or not, there's actually been scientific proof that this is true. So you can challenge me all you want. It works. And I'm going to tell you a story of how I used it. But for now, which is really cool, this part right here, this is a part that's connected to the spiritual realm or the universe, or whatever you want to call it. But it's the only way for you to actually have this area be triggered in your benefit is that the only way this actually works is you actually have to have your mind, your thinking mind, relaxed. Now, why is that? The reason being is because the way this works is, as weird as it is, your state of mind has to be in kind of a joyful, grateful, that's the G, grateful, I think that's how you spell it, something like that, whatever. But your state of mind has to be mostly positive, because like attracts like. That's just the way it works, plus attracts plus, minus attracts minus. You don't want to be in a negative state of mind, because your negative state of mind, what happens over here, if you have a negative state of mind, your subconscious is going to become negative. Therefore, everything about your beliefs will be negative. And remember how this works. Negative mindset leads to negative beliefs, negative choices, which leads to a negative outcome. Remember that linear direction of how everything works? So if you're constantly putting good thoughts in your mind, what happens is that this right here begins to affect this and turns your subconscious mind, the majority of your subconscious beliefs, into positive. So guess what happens? So now you're back to, everything, your decisions being positive, therefore your outcome being positive. Now, the story that I wanted to share with you. When I first learned into this, I learned that, you can actually, just be grateful and pray and, just speak good things over your day, right? So the very, very first time that I actually used this, we needed a humidifier because when I was married before to my ex-wife, we had just had our baby, and we were living in Arizona, and we really needed a humidifier. We weren't doing really well financially, so what happened is that we're talking about, hey, man, we really need a humidifier. And so that very same day when we went back to church, somebody had donated a humidifier, and they gave it to us. Which is really weird, because we're like, whoa, how did that happen, right? And then later on, this is another really cool story. I was actually doing sales, my first time doing sales, and I ran into somebody who had a bunch of computer chips. Well, I actually found out that they were all RAM. And I found somebody on eBay that needed to buy them, and I sold them for $3,000. So there was money extra that I made, that I was needing, that I was wanting, that I was picturing. Now here's another story. Then I went, after that job, I went on to sell cars over at Earnhardt Honda over in Avondale by Phoenix, Arizona. And so what happened was that every single day I was praying and I was thanking God, and And that was just my belief. But what I came to realize later is that it's not just about thanking God and praying. It's about your mind and your positive state of mind. So the way I went about it the first time I learned it was through the Bible. And so I started thanking God and being positive and obviously putting some effort into it, right? Some kind of effort by being out there and waiting for they call them the ups. That means that the customer's coming in, right? And so I would stand out there and I'd be positive state of mind and just smiling. And it actually turned out the very, very first month that I worked at that place, the boss told me that was the best month anybody had ever had at any of the places that he's worked for in over 8 years. The best month. I ended up making close to about between $3,500 and $4,000 as a newbie. Now, for those of you who've sold cars, you know that is a lot for the first month. And that's what happened to me. It just happened that it just seemed like I was at the right place at the right time. I was lucky. No, it's not luck. It's the expectation. It's the positive state of mind that you create for yourself. Here's another really cool story. I was doing loans for a mortgage company, and I was trying to close this one particular loan, and for the life of me, I couldn't get it closed. It took me so long to get it closed, and I almost gave up. It took me 5 months. This lady was just not returning my calls. She wasn't budging. She pretty much backed out of the whole deal. And I threw my hands up and I said, you know what, whatever, I'm done. And I didn't want to do it anymore. And I just stopped dealing with it. A few days later, I'd gone to church. Some lady, gave me a book, and she said, read this book, it's going to help you. And I read the book, and I'm like, okay, this looks interesting. All right, I'll take it with me. So I went home, and I started reading it that night. And once I started, going through the pages, and I was reading, and I got more and more interested, and I felt more and more enthusiastic about my day, and all of a sudden, I was just so motivated and overjoyed by the answer that I had been given. I was searching for an answer, and I got an answer. And so finally, the next day, I went to work. I'm just happy and smiling and just joyful in a positive state of mind. Positive state of mind. Well, I guess I don't know how it works exactly, to what degree this is actually affected, but I know that based on my experiences that this actually works, because I turned my negative state of mind, my pushy state of mind, my frustrated state of mind into the exact opposite, and I turned it into positive, happy, just relaxed state of mind. So what happened was that I turned this positive, and affecting my subconscious mind, turned that positive, turning my results into positive experiences. Later that day, without me moving a finger, a single phone call, nothing, that lady calls me up and she says, hey, Joe, how you doing? And I'm like, I'm doing fine. What's going on, Laura? And she said, are you mad at me? And I said, no, not at all. What's going on? Oh, I went and signed the papers, and so yeah, everything's done. I'm like, whoa, well, what happened? And I don't remember exactly what she said, but she just basically said, well, I kind of just I decided to go with it, and I got paid like $13,000. It was so cool. That day was freaking cool, and it was the biggest loan I had closed. It was the nicest one. We had a party, and we went out and ate sushi, so that was cool. And so, anyways, that right there, just to demonstrate, the power of this stuff right here. Just to show that this stuff is not just, mumbo jumbo, just, hocus pocus kind of stuff, This is, I guess the best way to really describe this is like how you do this, what is that? An Aladdin's lamp kind of way. I don't even think that looks like an Aladdin's lamp. Whatever, you know what I mean, right? It's kind of the way this stuff appears to be, but it really is that way. People have described it as kind of like having an Aladdin's lamp, knowing that you have control over this and affecting this, causing the universe to line up the way you want it, and just moving everything in this reality to line up with your desires, with what you want. Anyways, that's what I wanted to show you. And any questions? Email me. Go to my Facebook page. Like my stuff. Yeah, you don't have to like it, but it would be nice, So anyways, and watch the other videos because they're very, very informative. Some inspiring, others, just motivating. Just use it for you and share it and tell your family. Just everybody, just go be happy. Twitter was fun. Trust me, that helps a lot. It's very attractive. Pretty darn sexy, I think. See, I see you smiling. I see you smiling. There you go. Anyway, I'll see you guys later. Talk to you later. And, have a good day. Bye-bye.